Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. With great marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. So, Rover, let's try the cucumber salad. Like avoiding burnout, work less, play more. Welcome to a brand new studio vlog. This is gonna be a super casual one. I really want to glaze all of my new ceramics. I already got my first batch out of the bisque firing, so I'll show you those right now actually. Focus, focus. Okay, he's so cute, I love him. Got this one, kind of a little flower cup. I honestly really like this one. It's like a very simple tumbler. I think the texture of the pinch, I really like how I did it. I have this little teacup. Super cute. I like how I did the handle. Again, a nice little foot. Favorite thing I made, probably the funkiest thing, is this butterfly rectangular vase. I worked on it in my last video, so this is what it looks like all fired.
Sounds like a little robot.
Yeah, Discord hates that, and so you're like,
yeah.
It's so stressful.
Yeah.
Because the other day I heard like a thud from my office and I ran and my camera's on the floor and I think Rover knocked it over.
No.
Yeah, he's being bad. He really likes the dead cat. So I think he was...
So whenever you have it on, he just swats at it?
Yeah, so I think he was just trying to play with it. So a big theme of this week for me was burnout. I love ceramics. It is honestly such a passion for me, and my dream retirement life is to have my own little ceramic studio, maybe a little garden, and I just hole up in my little studio all day and make dinnerware and like cat sculptures and stuff. But what I have been noticing lately is that I've been feeling burned out because I feel so pressured to have ceramics make enough money for me that I can justify all the time I spend on it. So which is why I'm making so many little things. In the next vlog, you'll see me glaze like this mountain of bisqueware. I think I glazed like 15 pieces, and it's just been way too much, especially since I am prone to tendonitis in my forearm. So I've decided to take a step back and just say like, okay, I'm gonna make stuff for me and slow down my production level. And since making that decision, I have felt a huge weight off my back already. So in this vlog, I show you a couple steps I like to do to feel better when I feel that burnout creeping up on me. It's not when I'm totally burned out. I feel like that is really different. I feel like that involves like total rest, couch time, This is when I'm not completely burned out, but I feel it approaching. And a lot of it involves life admin and doing chores. And as I was editing this, I was thinking to myself, like, I feel like a lot of people will find this maybe stressful, like if you don't like cleaning. But for me, doing mundane domestic tasks like grocery shopping, cleaning, and laundry is really helpful at restoring balance in my life. Because for me, I often feel like burnout just means there is an imbalance somewhere. For example, I'm spending too much time on work. And so taking care of other areas of my life is a nice form of self-care that I find really calming, and it helps me recenter myself away from being overconsumed by projects that I might still be really passionate about, but I do need to take a step back from, just because like I'm probably overworking myself. But yeah, that's my little disclaimer spiel. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get back to the glazing footage. Yeah, they're gonna email you anyways, so I don't know. And I feel like if you reply, it just encourages them more. Let's take a quick break to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. You guys know already, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform you can use to build a beautiful online presence, grow your business, host your portfolio. I use it for a variety of purposes. I have my portfolio on there as well as my secret online Patreon shop. I love that I can password protect it, and it's just so easy to customize. I love changing up the look of my website. You know, frequently I love to customize things. And Squarespace has really intuitive design tools that make that really easy. You can see me like change the column and the column spacing, and it's all super simple. So if you'd like to try it out, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MeganWang for 10% off your first purchase. Ooh. Okay, hopefully this fits my lens. Don't think it fits. Oh wait, no, it does fit. Do you notice a difference? Today is Thursday, so I have my class today, so I'm probably not gonna be working that much. But I got this Moment camera filter. Don't know if you can even see. I got the 10% diffusion filter. And my sister told me about these a while ago, but I noticed Tiffany had one. I love how Tiffany's videos look. She was telling me about them, so I was like, ooh, I should try one. So I got the 10%. They have different levels. But basically it kind of diffuses the light and gives a bit of like a softer look. I don't really know how much you can tell, but I feel like it'll become a bit more noticeable in like shots where there's a lot of sun, but it's like a subtle thing. I bet a lot of people are like, I literally can't tell the difference, but it makes me happy. I've been trying to upgrade my camera setup a little bit lately. It's something I like to do every year just because I want to keep on improving and making like really fun videos for you all, and it helps me too. Like when I get new gear, it kind of motivates me to film more. It just makes the process a lot more exciting. Yesterday I didn't do a lot of chatting because I was on a call with Tiffany like literally all day. We just did a little bit of co-working, which was really nice. This is a very lonely job sometimes, so it's nice to like call up a friend and just have like companionship while you work. But I have successfully glazed everything I wanted to yesterday. It took a really long time. And I'm still really figuring out like my ceramic process and, you know, how long I want to be spending on things. And I want to make really beautiful pieces, but the more I spend on something, the more I have to charge. I put a little poll out on my Instagram a few days ago just asking like what kinds of things people would want to see. And I have been debating the idea of making some plushies. I've never really thought about it just because the whole like manufacturing process is really intimidating for me. But because I'm going through with my enamel pins, I'm going on like Alibaba and like talking to people and just like getting myself acquainted with that process. I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. So I feel like I could make a plushie. And I think I might start with plushie keychains just because I feel like that's a bit more manageable for the shipping process. So hopefully this year we will see some plushie keychains. I also really would love to make some socks. I've been like thinking of designs in my head and I have a couple that I think would be really fun. So this morning I'm just going to be doing some manufacturing emails and messaging and research. I've also been dealing with like a smidge of burnout. It's not like burnout, but like I'm on the cusp. Like I feel like I've experienced burnout enough times that like I can like kind of feel it on the horizon. It's like peeking around like, so I want to take it easy for the next week or so. I think I've just been feeling a lot of pressure lately to like have a very successful shop update. I did really well in 2022. So I think I feel a lot of pressure to continue that and like top myself, if that makes sense. I'm gonna take this weekend super easy, do some fun stuff. I don't know when I'll see you next, but I'll see you when I see you. Oh, hello. So today is Friday and typically I take today off. And Friday's kind of like my personal admin day. Like I like to do laundry. I do a little bit of tidying, do some loose ends. If I have to go run personal errands, like I'll do that. Sometimes I'll do like a little fun activity, like I'll take myself out shopping and stuff. I'm getting a tattoo next week though, so I'm trying to rein in the shopping a bit. But anyways, I just thought I would update you because I'm currently doing my taxes and I'm very proud of myself. I've been putting it off for a bit, but I'm really sitting myself down and like forcing myself to do them. I was actually a little wild this year and I ended up keeping 2 spreadsheets. I have my personal one that just like has categories for like inventory, shipping, tech, art supplies, and miscellaneous. And then I have different income categories for like Patreon, YouTube, and all my different sources. So at every month I can kind of see those totals and it just like is good information for me. And then I have a separate spreadsheet that is from the people I file my taxes with. They give a separate spreadsheet that's also super useful. they make you categorize all of your purchases into the different categories of business expenses when you file. So by the end of the year, like, you don't have to go back and add them all up, because as you go, the spreadsheet will be totaling that on its own, which is really, really helpful. And for context, I'm using Brass Taxes. I got recommended this by KB Illustration, who's an illustrator I really like. And yeah, they specialize in like artists and freelancers and stuff. So if you're looking for someone to file your taxes with, I would recommend them. Unfortunately, I haven't filed with them yet. This will be my first time filing, so like I can't speak to it because, you know, I haven't filed. But so far, my experience has been really nice. Like, obviously this isn't sponsored. I'm just sharing it because it's been helpful, and I feel like a year ago I would have loved to get someone to tell me about this. So you do go with it. You can write my name, I think, as someone who referred you. And then I think you get $25 off your filing, and I get a little something off too, potentially. I'm honestly not sure. I'm just really grateful for the spreadsheet and grateful to myself for being really diligent with it. Sampling everything. Today's actually Saturday, but I thought I would just film. Excuse me. So rude. Oh my god. He said, "How dare you start the camera without me?" So, Robert. Yeah, I know you're looking for the mic cover, but I took it off. Mickey? Kiss. You look like an angel in this light, Cosmo. He's glowing. Robert, you really ruined Cosmo's shot. Put chips. Put a chip. We just got back from Costco. We did all of our grocery shopping. Typically we just go to like our regular grocery store and then Costco like once a month-ish, but we got a lot of stuff, so I thought I would do a Costco haul because I love seeing what people get at Costco. So yeah, we definitely don't make all these purchases every week. It's just, it's nice to get like stuff that is more expensive at the regular store, like Target and like your average grocery store, and then also like frozen food for like lunches and stuff like that. So I go to Costco for very specific things. I've experimented with a couple different chicken strip options and I find these like taste the best. So I really like these. We got butter because we ran out of butter, so we buy it in bulk. I've been really into tinned fish lately, so Costco has these tinned sardines. Super yummy, highly recommend. And there's 22 grams of protein per serving in one of these, so it's like a really great lunch option for me. I'll just like put it on a bed of rice, maybe a little bit of mayo, and it's kind of like a rice ball, deconstructed rice ball moment. And then chickpeas have been oddly expensive in my local grocery store. Like typically chickpeas should be really cheap, but they've been a lot more. So I bought them in bulk for like $1 each. This Boom Chicka pop bag was $3, so I had to get it. I also love popcorn, so I love having like a little snacky during the day. I got some avocados as like a treat. Typically I don't really buy avocados because they're so expensive, but I decided like, why not treat myself? So I got avocados and they were $1 each, which is actually pretty good. Normally avocados can be like $1.50 or more, at least where I've seen them sold. So, and then I wanted to try these. I've never had it. It's from Bibigo. It's beef bulgogi mandu, is that how you say it? Extra large dumplings filled with Korean style bulgogi flavor. I just need more lunch options. I feel like I am always so hungry when lunch comes around and then there's nothing in my fridge. So I got some lunch options. Okay, this is one of my favorite things to get at Costco. It is the Better Than Bouillon roasted chicken base. I had the beef one for a while, but I love the chicken one. I make chicken rice quite often and I put like a spoonful of this in and it's just so good. Protein bars from Kirkland. They're just like single pizzas and they're not bad. I don't love it, but it's really not bad. And then we got bananas. These were $2 for all these bananas for my smoothies. And then we ran out of trash bags. So I got some trash bags. Got myself some almond milk for my overnight oats. They don't need any refrigeration until open, so I kind of like storing these and just buying them in bulk. That's my Costco haul. Today we're going to be making chicken rice, which I've never made on this channel before, I believe. Just because it's so easy, it's so delicious, and yeah, it's definitely a really big go-to meal for me. Okay, step one is we're going to brown our chicken thighs in some olive oil just to get kind of the cooking going, and then we're going to remove it. So now I'm going to prep my ginger, my shallots, and my green onions. These are the aromatics that I'm going to cook in like kind of the leftover juices from the chicken when I remove it from the pot. Little fun fact about me is that when I was in college, I discovered my love for seltzer. I used to like be kind of impartial to seltzer. I was like, yeah, it's seltzer, it's fine. My college had like this meal plan where we had like our main dining hall, but we also had like these little areas where you could get food from like during the day when you were like going in between classes. So at one of these like lunch pickup spots, they had like seltzers. So if I had already gotten lunch at the dining hall, I would like stop by that like little kiosk area for snacks. So because if I had already eaten that day, like at the dining hall, I would go to the kiosk and get 4 seltzers and I would drink them throughout the day. So like every day I was drinking like 4 to 5 seltzers because I would get seltzer at the dining hall too. I would like get the seltzer and then I would mix it with like different kinds of juices. Like I would get like, I'd put the seltzer in, then I would get this raspberry juice and I would call it my pink drink. And I was drinking a lot of seltzer back then. So, you know, don't worry about me. I'm not drinking that much seltzer now. I get like myself a little box from Target like once a month just because now I gotta pay for these things by the can now. So I can no longer hack the system like I used to with seltzers. Okay, now I'm just gonna put an excessive amount of salt on here. It's not for eating, it's just to draw the moisture out, and this makes the cucumbers like really crunchy. So I just let them sit in the salt for like 15 minutes-ish. So yeah, don't be appalled by all the salt I'm putting on the cucumbers. Let's try the cucumber salad. If you want, mince some garlic and toss this in here. It's gonna taste even better the next day if you like garlic. I think it tastes amazing with garlic. Some green onion as well will be good. Some sugar and rice vinegar in here also makes the salad taste amazing. This is just the combo I've been doing recently because I'm too lazy to chop up garlic. Here's the cucumber. See, a lot of the water has evaporated. It's pretty much almost done. I like to let most of the water cook out. Yeah, it's up to you how long you want to let the rice cook for, because if you do it a little bit longer, it's obviously going to get a bit mushy. You can still see the grains and everything, but yeah, the longer you cook it, the more mushy it's going to be. The less time, obviously, the more firm your rice grains will be. Say ah, just kidding. I will say I haven't really figured out how to make the chicken itself very flavorful. I know I need to marinate it, but I'm always just too lazy. But I find the rice flavorful enough for like the whole bite. And then with the cucumbers, it just tastes really good. So I recommend you try making it for yourself. I apologize I don't have a lot of like measurements. And also if you have chili oil, put chili oil on this and it'll be so good. I just don't have any, so I can't, but yeah. That's it for this cooking segment. I hope you enjoyed. Open it, open it, open it.
I ate some of my creme brulee donut already though.
What?
I had half of
Oh,
mine.
there's only... What did you get when you were there?
This is all I got.
Oh, interesting.
I was gonna get half a dozen, but I didn't want to. There was actually a line.
Man. It looks so pretty. Thank you, Robert.
Yes.
Look at Robert.
Sorry, Rover, you can't have this. I know it's vegan, but you still can't have it. Oh, man.
Oh, Okay. Meter. Rover's very interested.
I know, because he probably just wants to
Smack everything.
smack it.
Hello, I just got back from the ceramic studio and I'm so out of breath and sweaty. So if you're like, why is she so sweaty? The reason is because I had to take this enormous box of ceramics. It doesn't look that big, but trust me, it's pretty big. And there's a lot of things in there, so it was probably like 30 pounds or more. And it's 70 degrees out, it's really hot out today. So yeah, I was sweating and my arms were like shaking. Well, I managed to catch a bus, but I had to walk a little bit to the bus stop, and then walk back home from the other bus stop. So I'm really tired. But I'm really, really happy because I got a couple pieces from my first batch back that we glazed at the beginning of this video. So I think it's so fun that actually in one single video I can show you the products that we glazed. First we have this cute cup. The gray doesn't bother me because it's not as dark, and there's no cracks, there's no bubbles, like it went on super nice, but you can still see really cool textures in the clay. I did the pencil, I think that came out really good. The underglaze is a little bit dark. That's my fault. I think I mixed it with the brown like on accident. My arms are still shaking. I feel like I'm like, look at this cup. I used brown. I didn't put enough on, so the color's a bit light. So I think next time I'm gonna use blue because the blue came out really good. Oh, look! Oh my god, I'm in love with this. I think the blue came out so vibrant. I don't know how it's coming off on camera, but it's so cute. You can really see like my brush strokes, which I'm a fan of. And then lastly, this is how the vase came out. I think it looks so good. Yeah, I love the pattern. I love how it came out. I love the shape. I definitely want to make another one of these guys. I think they're so much fun. Hello, my friends. Before we close out this video, I wanted to just do like a nice little chat about burnout because that's just been something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I also feel like it's a very big overarching theme in this vlog. I think there's a very big difference between treating burnout and avoiding burnout. Avoiding it in the first place is really important so you don't fall into this cycle. And I feel like a lot of people get stuck in burnout cycles, especially artists. And just freelancers. And I myself am no stranger to the burnout cycle. I feel like I've been caught in one for a very, very long time. It was only after I started putting in like very strict work-life boundaries where I started to feel myself break out of that cycle. And it was an amazing feeling. And something that really helped with that was the 4-day work week. But what I have been noticing is that when I get into a very intense project, something I'm really passionate about, for example, my calendar that I did at the end of last year, and all these ceramics that I've been working on, I notice that when I get into these projects, I start creeping towards burnout again. Just like taking time away from work is the most obvious thing. But for someone like me, when I get so immersed in these projects, taking time away is like one of the hardest things for me to do. Like I love what I do and like these projects I find just like so immersive. It's really hard for me to pull myself out of it, step back and say like, okay, you have time to get this done. Your health is the most important thing. Like you need to take things slower. There's just like this gut instinct in me that's like, I need to finish this now as soon as possible. And I do think a lot of that comes with like the pressure to make an income from my art. When you are a freelancer, unlike when you're salaried by a company, I feel like the work you do directly, your income is like entirely dependent on how much work you do oftentimes. Especially when you're not super established. I feel like I am really at the beginning of my career and I'm still trying to establish myself. So I'm at this point where it's like the work I do directly correlates to how much money I earn. So obviously if I want money, if I want to be secure financially, I have to put in that work. So I naturally feel like, oh my God, I need to do all this stuff so I can, continue bringing in an income. I can continue to grow. I continue to progress my career. And yeah, that's probably why I also feel this urge to complete my project so quickly and just kind of move on to the next thing. But I'm really trying to fight against that. And something funny is like I notice whenever I kind of get too immersed in these projects and I start overworking myself a little, I notice my tendinitis comes back. And I obviously hate having tendinitis, but it's a very, very useful indicator to me when I'm pushing myself too hard. Yeah, taking a step back from work is like number one, obviously. The next thing that I find super, super helpful and I think has helped me avoid very intense burnout cycles. Like obviously I still do kind of creep into burnout territory and I'm not perfect and I'm still really growing. Something that has helped me though is investing in work-life balance. Taking time away from work to do other things totally different from your work has just been like life-changing for me. And I feel like it sounds so obvious, but just like taking time to like clean your house, finding a new hobby, taking walks outside, doing exercise, spending time with your loved ones, like all those things people say are like important, but really they've made such a difference for me. And something I also recommend, because I know for a lot of artists, and I used to be this way too, is like you don't take weekends. You don't take weekends off, you spend your weekend like working and like all your time is spent thinking about work. Like having other things you do other than work is just so, so important. And I just cannot stress that enough and it's been so helpful for me. Lately I've been doing a bit of running and I've been like kind of integrate a workout routine into my life and it's just been so much fun. Yeah, exercise, wild. I've also been taking a lot more walks than usual. I take like 2 walks a day. I like spending a lot of time with my cats. I've been hanging out with friends a lot more. We've been going out to eat and like I went to Disneyland the other week and all of these like little life things that I've been doing just like for fun and leisure has been like so amazing for my mental health. Cultivate a work-life balance, but also like do things that are just fun. Or like go thrifting if you like clothes. That's something I love to do. Like I'll take myself out on a little date, like I'll go get like a fun lunch and then like I'll go to the thrift store and just like spend the afternoon like listening to music and looking at clothes and just allowing myself to do fun stuff like that has been like so, so, so nice. So yeah, those I guess are my 2 tips for like avoiding burnout rather than getting stuck in a burnout cycle. I think past me knew, but like really needed to do, you know? It's like you hear all this advice, but actually implementing it is a different story. But I'm here to tell you that like from someone who is working on implementing that more, I feel really, really good. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like avoiding burnout, work less, play more. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you super soon with my next one. Major shout out to my patrons for supporting me and they are a huge reason why I can avoid burnout now as well. Like because of my patrons, I can take longer periods between my shop updates because they support me during those off times. So yeah, shout out to all my patrons. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!